Okay, hello everybody. This is the first ever video of Turbo Maths. I've made a little joke there on the first screen, as you can imagine. Hope it doesn't make everybody cringe. Obviously Mr. Bucko would be with you, but he'd be needing chalk and blackboard, and I don't think the pigeons would be able to carry it. I think he's struggling with the internet. What I am going to try and do on the video is just show you a couple of examples of how to do the harder indices task on my maths this week. Okay, so we're talking about indices 4, the fourth of these. If you do find this video useful and you want me to try to do something from the other ones, then I will try to do that. Just drop me an email. But yeah, we're going to start with the indices 4 because somebody has asked for some help with this. Okay, so the first thing you're going to try and do with this kind of question, just before I start, these questions have been taken from one of the actual worksheets, but every time you start a new worksheet, they are supposed to change the numbers. So you might be lucky and get these exact numbers again, but chances are you won't be, and chances are you can use these kind of examples and they might be able to help you. Okay, so let's see how we go. The first thing you've got to do when you're looking at something like this, you've got 4 to the power 7, and I want to write that as 2 to a different power. So what you need to remember is you need to think about how I can make 4 from 2 using an index, okay? And obviously 4 is 2 squared, okay? Now because 4 is 2 squared, that means you can think of 4 to the power 7 as being 2 squared to the power 7. And if you did the work on indices 1, you'll know you multiply those powers together and that'll give you 2 to the power 14. And that's what goes into that box there. Okay? Similarly, if I've got something like 27 to the power 4, what I do with the 27 and I want it as 3, I need to know that 27 is 3 cubed. And the only real way you can do this is actually by knowing that, by raising these powers, you get these numbers. You have to become quite comfortable with doing that. Okay, that means that 27 to the power 4 can be written as 3 cubed to the power 4. And again, you just times those two together, so you know that that's 3 to the power 12, and that's what goes in the answer box there. Okay, negative powers work just the same. What you've got here, if I've got 125 to the power minus 2, and I want it as 5, well, what you need to know first of all is that 125 is 5 cubed. 5 times 5 times 5 gives you 125, okay? So what you've got with that is you've got 5 cubed raised to the power minus 2. Just because you've got a minus there, you don't have to worry about that. You're just going to times those together and you get minus 6. So it's 5 to the power minus 6. And again, that's what goes in the answer box there. Okay? Fractional powers like this can be sneaky. Okay? But you do the same thing. And again, 2 does go into 32. And it can be raised to the power 5, right? If you're never sure about something like this, just kind of go 2 to the power 1 is 2, 2 squared is 4, 2 cubed 8, 2 to the power 4 16, so 2 to the power 5 must be 32. Okay, so what you've got there is you've got 2 to the power 5 raised to the power 8 over 5. Now, little sneaky thing here, they've done 5 times by 8 over 5. The 5s will cancel, so that ends up being 2 to the power 8, and that 8 what goes into there. Okay, now that video is nearly 4 minutes long, so I'm going to leave that there and start another video with some other examples in a second. Okay.